Hello and welcome to or back to my booktube channel. In today's video we have a very special guest, my very best friend, Booked with Elizabeth. For the next week she will be choosing what books I read based off my physical TBR. So my fate is in her hands and I'm very scared. Before we get to the reveal, let me show y'all her deciding what my week will look like.
Okay, bye!
Good luck!
Oh, it's been recording the whole time. In case you didn't already know, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm Sydney's bestest friend ever, and she's my bestest friend ever. And I think this is what it's for the week of my birthday, she's letting me pick 3 books for her to read for me. So I have full access and creative liberty to her library, which I admire so much. So here was my plan. She sent me a spreadsheet. She's very organized, my queen. So she sent me a spreadsheet of like her TBR and stuff that she hasn't read. It's a page and a half long. Cute, guys. Okay. So I had access to this last night so I could start thinking, but like my thought process was originally I really want her to read, I want her to continue Boys of Tommen because I really want her to get to Taming 7 because that is literally my favorite book ever from that series. I love that couple so much. And then my other like favorite series that she was reading that she quit reading because she's not feeling it is Addicted Calloway Sisters. But so I was like, oh, perfect opportunity to make her read those. But it felt mean and I don't want to make her read something because she's not feeling it and then her not enjoy it, so that just feels unfair. So, but since I can pick 3 books, I might still pick those 2 and then pick a book that I think she wants to read. But she told me, she was like, I want to read what you want me to read, but I hate that so much. So let's see. So I really want to read From Luke Off with Love, but I want to read that with her. So I think what we'll pick, guys, I'm stressed. She already knows I'm gonna pick this one, so I'm just gonna pick it up. This is gonna be her first pick. She's already like somewhat of the way through it. I think I want her to read Dance of Thieves. I want her to read this because I want to read this and I want her to let me know how it goes. She's gonna hate me. These are really big books, so I'm sorry. But this is what I think I want her to read because this is my favorite book ever. I have a bookmark of it, so. But then this one, like, I think she wants to read this sometime soon. So that's fair, right? Bye. The first book, which in no particular order like we talked about, is, she already knows. She's like, yeah, you already know.
Okay. Can't wait.
She's so excited.
Yay!
Yippee, yippee, yippee.
Y'all notice the bookmark already in here? Because we've already tried.
Well, I gave y'all reasoning. Y'all heard what I had to say. Yes. This kiddo too. I hope she's more excited about, guys.
No, this will be good. No, this is good because it'll force me to read it. So
Right.
thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready?
Yeah,
You already know it too.
let me feel it.
You're gonna know.
Boys of Tommen.
Yay! Okay, good. Yay!
Yeah, love. I also should have a bookmark in here.
Yeah, I was looking for it.
I don't know. I might have to restart it. I don't know how far in I was.
Okay, well, you should Kindle read it.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Of course. This is the last book. I picked this one because I really want to read it. And I want her to read it.
Okay.
But I wanted you to read it first.
No clue.
No clue, okay.
Really? Oh, this is a long time coming.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yay!
And this is good for fall.
Yeah, that's why I picked it.
It's thick.
But it's YA, so it's like, I'm gonna read it next.
Buddy read?
Yeah, that was kind of my plan.
Yay!
Perfect! Yay!
Well, thank you. I can't wait to read this. And we will recap at the end of this week or a week and a half, we'll see. And
Yay.
I will share my final ratings and everything.
Are you gonna talk to me about them? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Of course.
Okay, I was
I'll
like-
text you. All right, let's talk about the first book I decided to pick up for this video, Kiss the Sky by Krista and Becca Ritchie. Now, for some backstory, I picked this book up, I think a few weeks ago now, maybe even over a month ago, and I DNF'd it, I think within like 30-ish pages because I did not like the setup in the slightest. So you may be asking, why did my best friend choose for me to read a book I previously DNF'd? And that is because she loves these books so much and she wants me to love them, and it's just, it's not happening right now. If you're unfamiliar, this is the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series, and you can read them separately, but everyone reads them together. And to give Elizabeth the benefit of the doubt, I started with the Addicted books and was hating them, and I like them now. They are some of the best parts of this book so far, and I think they might be my favorite couple. The series are intertwined, so I haven't finished their books, but this is the first Calloway Sisters book I'm picking up. And I'm really going to be so vague in this video because I'm gonna tell you absolutely nothing. I'm not even gonna tell you the main characters in this book, which is gonna be hard because, like I said, I DNF'd this because of the setup and I'm not telling y'all the setup. What I can say without spoiling anything is that our female main character has made a huge decision, and it's a decision that I don't agree with. And I think she's smarter than that to make this decision because it seriously affects every single character's lives in these books. And she said that she'll pull out of this decision if things start going rocky between her sisters or the relationships. And like, girl, wake up. It's literally already happening. It just really angers me. I hate the setup of this book. I do not find it entertaining. Y'all, I'm going through my highlights and I'm just getting angry again because to me, there were other ways of solving this issue and I'm pissed off. And then don't even get me started on the relationship we're following in this book. I think I showed y'all one of my highlights. Yeah, our FMC is just storming off in the middle of the morning while in bed with our MMC, and he's like, where are you going? And in her mind, she thinks we fight often and we make up even more. It's not as though my storming off is out of the ordinary. And that just really pisses me off. We've seen in the previous books them like fighting and getting back together and all of that nonsense. So you would think I would know that going in and be okay with it. But no, it just pisses me off. And then the story cuts to like a few days later. So it's over, the fight, who even knows? Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I have been so negative in my reading vlogs lately. I'm so sorry. I promise I'm not always like this, and I do love some books, but yeah, this book is just not doing it for me. Oh, let me tell y'all even where I'm at. I am on page 121, which is 27% through the book, so 1/4 down, 3/4 to go. That is really rough. I am just gonna binge read this, hate read this, try and get it over with. So sorry, Elizabeth, if you're watching, and anyone else who loves these books. I know it is a well-loved series, but I'm not sure it's gonna be for me. Let's go read and find out. Hello guys, I have a final update for Kiss the Sky, but before we talk about that, it is 6 o'clock on a Friday night, so you know what that means. What does it mean?
Sleepover time.
Sleepover time. If you're new here, me and my husband stay up late every Friday night, and by late we mean like 12 p.m.
If we're lucky.
We hope to see 12 a.m. So that usually looks like me cracking open an energy drink and reading, and he sits on the couch and plays video games at the same time. As y'all saw earlier today, me and Elizabeth went to a coffee shop and I got a good amount of reading done. I am 69% through the book, which is 309 pages in. I think there's a total of like 430, and my Kindle says I have 2 hours and 36 minutes. I'm not fully trusting that because I have skipped quite a lot. In the case of these books, I have been skipping the spice, which means I'm flying through a lot of pages. I have my Kindle stand ready to go. I'm gonna use my clicker and just finish off the book this way. But I do have the physical book to show y'all how far in I am, and I want to show off my new bookmark. It is the cutest thing ever. So it just hangs over like this, and it looks like this. I'm so obsessed with it. I got it today at an antique type store. And that is all I have for this update. I am not going to go into specific feelings about this book because honestly I'm feeling the same way I was last time, but let's go ahead and finish this up. Okay, I'm still here and I've only read like one chapter since we last talked, but I should note that I am enjoying our main characters a lot more than I was at the beginning of this book. And actually all the characters in this whole story, well, the ones I'm supposed to like, I really do see the found family between them all. And I do find myself feeling protective over them while they're in these shitty situations, even though maybe our FMC maybe had something to do with getting them in this situation. I am rooting for them and I'm hoping for the best. Okay, now that's all. I'm on page 399 and something's about to be revealed. Something big is about to happen and I'm very, very scared. I've officially finished the first book for this video, Kiss the Sky. Yes, I finished unwillingly, kind of, but I did finish it, and I am going to be rating this a 2.75 stars. I just cannot rate this any higher because I really did not enjoy the majority of it. I would say 85% of this book I did not enjoy, but hey, I finished it all on my own too. These books, this whole series is actually getting re-recorded as audiobooks, so they're not out yet. I believe they're coming in January of 2026. So I totally would have turned to that if I could have, but they weren't available. So yeah, this was clearly tough to get through. Y'all saw that. And the 15% that I did enjoy or love. There were parts that I did love, but it was because it followed the first couple for this series, the addicted couple. I honestly fell for them even harder in this book, just seeing like their little normal scenes. As for this couple, they just weren't my favorite. I can totally recognize the character development in this book, and I'm so proud of them, especially the MMC, the mailman character. I totally saw his character at the beginning to the end and the growth, but for some reason the FMC just, I don't know, I was having a hard time understanding her because I think I told y'all at the beginning of this book, I was like, she's making some decisions that I don't think she would. So maybe I just never really understood her, or maybe her character just wasn't fleshed out as well as the others. But yeah. Also, I was very unsatisfied by the ending, the whole like conflict resolution. I was fuming. I was more mad than any character in this book, and they were the ones that it was happening to. I would have loved to see the ending play out a little differently, but I understand why the authors chose to end it this way, and it kind of proved that no matter the problem, you know, the relationship was always more than that. Yeah, once again, being very vague so I don't spoil anything, but those are my thoughts for this book. Moving on, I actually decided to pick this book up after finishing Kiss the Sky last night, and this is Dance of Thieves. It is a young adult fantasy, I believe, and I'm choosing to consume this by reading it physically and also having the audio play in my head. I got up to page 26 and I have to show y'all my notes. These aren't spoilers, obviously. Like I said, I've only read 26 pages, but look at all of that. These are all notes I've taken to try and learn what the hell is happening in this book. I'm already so confused. The author really just throws you into the deep end. Like, I'm so confused, I can't even give y'all a synopsis right now, but I will be continuing to read / listen to this, and I will let y'all know. And then of course the last book for this video is Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. This is a part of the Boys of Tommen series. I have these 2 shelves dedicated to these books because I love them so much, but I actually do have some background to tell y'all because I have DNF'd this before, just a soft DNF, but I feel like that is important information to share. If you don't know anything about this series or these books, I will try and explain. The first 2 books, Binding and Keeping 13, those are 6-star reads for me. I love those books so much. And then the next 2 books are Saving and Redeeming 6. This is the 4th book. And these 2 books follow a different couple than the first 2. I can't describe the plot to y'all because these are not plot-driven books. They are definitely character studies. We are just learning about the 2 main characters in each of these books and how their relationship forms and the highs and the lows that they go through together, but also apart. And there are some really hard and mature themes in these books. I highly recommend looking into trigger warnings because, like I said, they are some tough reads. These books are actually getting republished because they were published under young adult, which is so completely wrong. Like, yes, they follow teenagers and young adults, but these are not YA books. So anyways, back to the point. These are the 2 books I have left, and I think I'm going to read them at the same time just because they are so different. And although I've already started this, I am so excited to get back into this world. These 2 aren't my favorite couple, which is why I think I previously DNF'd this. It was just slow and I wasn't having a ton of fun. But I do want to continue the series so badly because I have 2 more books to read in this series after this. That's all. I feel like I just yapped y'all's ears off, but I am going to probably go back and forth between both of these books for the rest of the night. Okay, I'm in a rush and really can't talk, but I need to update y'all on a few things. Number 1, not book related, I made homemade Thin Mints and they are so good. If you like Thin Mints, please allow me to put you on this recipe. Second update, I am so scared. I am 232 pages into this book. I've only read this much. I think this is like a 700-page book or something. Now, I'm loving this. I love these characters. I love to be back in this world. I have surpassed the spot I got to when I picked this up the first time and have just been really enjoying it. However, the last few chapters I read were terrible. Really tough to read. If Releasing 10 is worse than what's going on here, I am genuinely scared because parts of this book have made me want to throw up. I highly recommend you check the trigger warnings because, yeah, there is a reason I stopped where I am last night. I am about to read part 4 and I just know it's going to be so painful. If I had to guess, I think it's going to be painful until like right here. So, not exactly looking forward to that, but I am intrigued to see how all of these things play out, especially because this timeline overlaps with Binding and Keeping 13. So I know certain things are going to happen and I'm gonna see them in a different POV and it's gonna be crushing to my heart. But yeah, okay, I gotta go, but I will update y'all later. Alright guys, it is officially time to finish redeeming 6. Also, yes, I have 3 copies of this book, if you were curious. I have like the US Blooms edition, which this is the only book I can show y'all that doesn't have spoilers. So I'll be showing you the rest from afar. And then I have the indie version. Like I said, there are spoilers on here, which is why I'm not really showing you. And that's actually really devastating because I grabbed these indie books before I even started the series. So I have known about this major plot point since before I even met these characters. And lastly, I have this beautiful Eternal Embers / Larry Reed's collab of this book that I love so much. She did an amazing job on it. But like I said, there are spoilers on here, so I'm not gonna show y'all up close. Anyways, that's besides the point. I just had those all down because I was gawking at them because I just love these characters and this story and yeah, I'm so happy that I've been loving this book. I love it way more than Saving 6. I'll have to go look up what I ended up rating that. I feel like it was probably a 4 or lower. They were just so young in that book and I was not enjoying it. And this book is so different. This one really follows the same timeline as Binding and Keeping 13. So that is why I'm giving y'all this update, because I know I'm about to read a devastating scene and I figured I would pull out my camera so y'all are at least with me. Also, I'm planning to finish this tonight. I'm on page 570 out of I think like 700, and that is 74% through, and my Kindle says I have 3 hours and 45 minutes left. I'm so excited to finish this book because I'm obviously hoping for a happy ending, but I have a lot of crying to do probably before we get there. I'm gonna stop putting this off. Let's go ahead and read and cry together. Oh, this is so much worse than I expected. If you were wondering, I'm on chapter 107. Oh my god. I am not okay. Jesus married Joseph and the donkey. That's how I imagine them saying it.
Jesus married Joseph and the donkey.
It's faster, I think.
Oh, Jesus married Joseph and the donkey.
Did I finish redeeming 6 or did it finish me? Trick question, the answer is both. Y'all, this book killed me. Like, I was so down bad. I cried so hard reading this. I think this is the hardest I've cried since Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. Yeah, reading this was just quite the experience. I was telling my best friend Elizabeth that for some reason, I had the urge to throw up this entire book. I was just sick to my stomach over them. Not even just like the bad graphic parts, but even in the happy scenes too. I don't know. This book had me in a bad way. 5 stars. It was so good, and I can't wait to reread all of these. I totally want to do like the tandem read where you read all of them, like you switch between the books and whatnot. I think that would be so fun. Yeah, and it's tough because I can't say much with this being, you know, 4 books into a series and the second book for this couple. And yeah, I'm just so shocked with how much I loved this. Sorry, I keep looking over there because that's where my books are. But I didn't love this couple in any of the other books. I know Claire and Gypsy, you know, have a book. And in those first 2 books, I could see how that couple is people's favorite. But I never understood Joey and Aoife until now. These 2 are always going to have a special place in my heart. I love them so much, it hurts. And I would have just continued right into Taming 7, the next book in this series, if I could have. But I'm sticking to the plan. I have picked back up Dance of Thieves. I am on chapter 18, which is page 133. So not great, maybe like 1/5. And I fear it's going to be very hard for me to enjoy any book after this, but this actually has gotten a lot better since we last chatted. I think I was just expressing to y'all how much world building there was, but like without the descriptions or explanations, just the use of all of these new words and so many different people. And I'm like, is this a person or is this a place? Is this a thing? I have no idea. Which that was really just the first 3 or so chapters. We just had so much going on, but after that we really dialed in on our 2 main characters, and now so much more makes sense and I am eating it up. I don't think I knew that this was enemies to lovers, but it is, except it's not the usual format we're all used to, and I've had a lot of fun with it. I already like both of our main characters, which is a good sign, obviously. Okay, hold on, pause. I actually don't think I have introed this book. I'm so sorry. Let me do that now. This is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. She is the author of the Remnant Chronicles, which I think is a trilogy maybe. I know the first book is Kiss of Deception, and a lot of people recommend you read those books before this duology, which I'm not. I'm so sorry. I probably should have. And those 3 really confusing chapters probably would have made a lot more sense if I had read those books, but I didn't. I don't think you have to. This is a romantasy. It is dual POV, which is chef's kiss. I love a dual POV book, especially when the man is respectful and not a degenerate. We love a respectful man. And like I said, I'm only 100 pages in, so I'm not sure this is the best synopsis, but from what I've gathered is our 2 main characters are a part of different kingdoms and they're rivals, question mark, and they're definitely starting this like cat and mouse chase kind of game, which I'm loving. And there's one thing I really wish I could share with y'all, but I would call that a spoiler, and I think it'd be better if you just read it and found it organically, because it was so sweet and I hope it continues throughout this book and in the next book. That being said, I have moved on to the last book of this video. I kind of plan on just plowing through this and giving y'all an update at the end to close off this video. So let's go finish this off. Outro time. Hello guys. I'm unfortunately doing long distance with bestie Elizabeth, so she's here via FaceTime to give her final thoughts. Starting off with Kiss the Sky. This is the only rating that she knows of, which was a 2.75. Yes. Were you shocked by that? Did you think I was going to enjoy it more?
I was a little shocked at 2.75. like a 3, which I guess 2.75 is a 3. But like also, I just know that she hated every second of that, so it could have been a lot worse.
It could have, yeah. Lily and Lo were my redeeming quality.
Yeah, and the things that she hated, I think that like when I read it, I was really young, and she's reading it at like a very mature mind and just like doesn't put up with as much as I put up with. And some of the things that happen are crazy, but you know, I'm not surprised that she like hated those certain things.
Okay, what about redeeming 6? What do you think I rated that?
I think I want to say, like, am I crazy for saying 5 stars?
5 stars!
Yes!
Yes, 5 stars.
I was so scared you were gonna be like, no, 4.8.
Please, I do buy quarters. Come on.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
It's definitely a 5-star for you.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be surprised.
Amazing recommendation. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to get to Taming 7, and then we're gonna buddy read Releasing 10 and cry our eyes out.
Cry our eyes out for sure.
Now, Dance of Thieves. I didn't even tell them about my thoughts, so you don't even know either. I haven't really, this is the least I've told you about any of these 3 books, so.
Yes.
What do you think?
Okay, all that I know is that you were liking it, but it was like a lot to just like grasp. But I know that you were liking it and that you were like pretty hooked. So, but I just don't know anything after like page 9. That's literally all that I got was up to page 9. So things can go south pretty quickly. I literally have no clue because I don't even know your thoughts. Like, you didn't text me throughout it at all. So I'm kind of just guessing.
Yeah, because this was the one book that you picked that you hadn't read, so I couldn't give you my spoiler-filled thoughts.
That's so true, yeah. I want to go with 3.5.
Yes! You're amazing! You're incredible.
I'm shocked that I guessed that. And I'm honestly a little shocked that you rated it that. But I don't know, like, your scale. Like, is 3 a bad rating for you, or is it just like a could have been better, not mad that I, like, spent time reading it?
Correct, yeah. I would still recommend a 3-star read to people. I think you're gonna like it. But, like, the fantasy element of it was, like, lacking. Like, there was no fantasy elements whatsoever. And I love a good magic system, so I was a little disappointed by that. But the characters were amazing, and I can't wait to read the second one.
Okay, good. So you're gonna continue.
Yes.
That's a good sign.
Yes.
Okay, so it's worth me reading it. So, would you say go into it without, like, it's not a prime fantasy, like, read if you're, like, itching for a fantasy?
Correct. Yes, you're so right. Well, thank you so much, Bestie Elizabeth, for picking out these reads. Happy birthday. This is part of my gift to you.
Perfect gift, honestly.
I love you so much. Everyone should go subscribe. Say goodbye.
Goodbye. I love you so much.